Alright, welcome to turn 24. Was our army discovered by Ermor? Brenna, Evermark. Okay. Looks like maybe we made it. Why are we still... What is going on? Okay, well, Conrad, the commander of Ulm, has claimed the Brass Throne. Okay, bolt throwers search for magic sites, but none were found. That's really annoying. Battle in Perenna. Okay. I told Ermor also that I wouldn't be offended if he attacked this province. So if he goes up after Tortuga, I will be fine with that. And who is this? Lich King. Ooh. Well. Interesting. Interesting. He is immortal. Oh my god, that's awful. Interesting. We could potentially, which I should say, we could potentially try to knock Ermor out if he's moved up too far with his pretender. I don't know. Okay, well, that's that. Alright, so Master Lich. Okay. And Evermark. Let's see how Evermark went. Okay. Very small force over here. Okay. Okay, some chaff units. We killed a few. Yeah, he's gonna get through to us. Okay. Evermark. Very small amount. Alright, there was a battle in the Nidian range. Okay, Ulm getting a little greedy with Agartha, but it's okay. This shouldn't take too long. I just don't want Ulm to overextend himself militarily and turn from being somebody who's waging a war to take back what belongs to him to being seen as persecuting Agartha too heavily, because then Agartha will find allies, and then those allies will become my enemies. So it's going to be an awkward situation. That's another reason why I'm not quite eager to gang up on Agartha yet either, is that as soon as if Ulm keeps bashing Agartha like this and then I pile on, there'll be some fallout. But I also need to win. You know, I got to claim these territories too. I can't just let Ulm... I mean, he's done what he needed to do, which was sit back, and I helped him get here too. I've kind of let the genie out of the bottle, perhaps. I might regret it if it ends up being Ulm who kills me, like, instead of Agartha. Wouldn't that be ironic? I'm sure some of you guys are probably rooting for that after all the stuff I've done in this game. But, I mean, it'll be fun and interesting, but I've been worried about Agartha, but if I hand over Agartha to Ulm, I know the other players are worried about it too, but yeah, anyway. Like I said, I think my odds of winning the game have gone down substantially anyway. So, at least my army up there that I forgot to move didn't get discovered, apparently. Alright, Tiash. This should be a mercenary army attacking. Oh, it's the freaks. I wondered who these guys were. Foul Spawn. He's not that great, is he? And this is a leader, huh? Interesting. See how this works out. Foul Spawn. Wow, they're really not great. Like, yeah. It's really about the leader here. But probably be okay as long as they don't rout. This leader alone should be able to take down everything. And yeah, the militia routing. So. Alright, well, I think 16 vans is going to be overkill for... oh my god, they routed. It's all because this guy took some damage. Yeah, that's too bad. If this guy had been in front, I don't know though. Well, the archers weren't aiming for the leader. They were aiming at these guys, and then they accidentally hit the leader, and that caused the leader to rout. That's too bad. That's too bad. He could have taken it. It was just that the leader got bunched up behind those guys. Alright, unexpected event has occurred in Belagor. Why does this have to happen? Warring tribes. Again. I suspect foul play in Belagor. An unexpected event has occurred in Zimria. A magic site is found. A silver mine. That's great. Unexpected event in White Lake. Fire gems. Okay. Faglius was discovered and attacked in Bethine. That doesn't surprise me. But we should probably get away from that just fine. Okay, so what do we got here? Not that much. Agarthan light infantry is no problem. The Agarthan infantry is a bigger problem. Although the short sword is nice because it's only length 1. But the protection 15 is going to be a bit harder to get through. And then defense skill 14 is incredible. How are these guys defense? Oh yeah, these guys have high defense skill. Yeah. Pale One soldiers and then attentive statues. Yeah, these guys are a problem as well. Need lightning. Need lightning for them. But anyway. Did somebody die? Yeah, he died. Incredible. Okay, construction of fortress in a main is completed. Thank you. And construction... Why am I still sieging here? I told my men to move out. Okay. Anyway, where is my... Here he is. Okay, Tylos, before we forget... buddy. Can you get out of here? I need you elsewhere. Oh man, I'm so annoyed with myself. I'm a turn behind now with a huge amount of units that I need. God, what was I even gonna do with him? I don't know. I could move in here and attack this. Yeah. Yep, there's his army. Wow, look at all this. Magma children. That's what we all were afraid of, right? Okay. Mainly of defenders of the halls, magma children, shard guards, and earth readers. The army appears to be commanded by Two Spine, the oracle of ancients who radiates power. The local defense is very strong and well organized. There's a castle located here. The castle must be sieged and conquered if we are to take full control of this province. There you have it. Tylos, I kind of feel like maybe moving you in here. I don't know. I'll think about that off camera, though. The other thing I wanted to check is over here in Belagor. Belagor. Yeah, this one's got a problem. I don't know what its problem is. But the unrest keeps going up. So we got to deal with that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Magnus's crossbowmen are 54 gold. 179 is not what I want. 25 men. Yeah. 54 pounds for the Rolf Magnus might work. I might do that. Okay, well, like I said, that's it for this initial look at phase. This is alarming as all heck. And yep, I'll just warn Ulm about what he has coming. At least the army is here in Agartha and it's not over here. But yeah, we'll have to take a look at Magma Children off camera and see what to do about that. Fortunately, these water mages should be able to cast some spells that will help deal with it. But yeah, anyway, talk to you in a bit. Alright, for better or for worse, I believe this is going to be the turn that I submit to the server. So there's quite a few arrows going around. Still very kind of frustrated, not frustrated, but annoyed with myself that I forgot about Tylos up here. But we're going to move him into Ivermark right now. I'm going to stealth move him in, and I am going to sneak attack with Eskelpios here into Ivermark, and he is set to fire 5 times and then stay behind troops. No. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I'm sending a message to Ermor, which I'll show at the end of the episode, And I'm telling Ermor that I'm moving an army into this province. Like, I already sent the email. And then on second thought, I was like, you know what? Just in case he tries some funny business, or just in case he tries some funny business, I'm actually going to continue stealthing my unit in here. Like, I'm pretty sure this army, because I didn't tell him what kind of army it is, but I don't want to tell him that it's, 25 vans and van hearses. But I'm going to stealth them in and take the province with my scout, because I want to have this province as a route of egress in case my armies get defeated and need a place to retreat to. So we'll see what he does. It's just a test of Ermor's faith. So that's the plan there. All right. And my other scouts are staying put up here. This time I went through and pushed N on all of my guys to make sure that there's nobody like Tylos who is being left behind. So yeah, anyway, we've got my Oni over here still hiding until he's ready to build a fortress, and I am not sending any money to Ulm this turn because, again, I need to save up. I'm sending another message to Ulm as well, this time on email, which I will show also at the end of the episode. Over here, we're still building our fortress. It's not the greatest province for a fortress, but it does allow me to recruit crossbowmen, and so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do it. I'm also annoyed with myself that I site searched over here with Fafnir, although honestly if I'd found more than one site I might have been like, oh, that was a great idea, but not really, it wasn't really worth it. Like, I could be moving into this province with Fafnir if I had been doing that, and really at this point I think his main use is going to be for claiming thrones and doing research and doing summoning spells, and so for that reason he needs to be getting up here sooner. It was kind of a, I don't know, I just don't feel like that was a good move down there. So yeah, I need to get him up here, since I'm pretty much committed not to doing expansion with him anymore. Although I would, go after these provinces over here with him, if necessary. Let's see, still patrolling over here, although I don't get messages anymore that he's lowering unrest, right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not getting any messages here that I'm killing discontents over here, so I'm not sure that he's doing any good. I am going to go ahead and move my fishman back into the sea and see what I do with him, maybe pick up that unit. I've split up my research a little bit, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. I've got 135 research points coming in, which is exactly what I need to get to the next level of evocation, and I want to be sure and get to that level on this turn because, yeah, let's get her done. Over here in Vanheim, I've renamed Farbout to be Bruce Jenner. That's not for political reasons, it's just that was the name that I thought I should give him. So, alright, there we are. And let's see, we're forging an owl quill here, and that's about it, yeah. Sacrifice virgins for 1 point of global dominion spread, I believe. Alright, over here, Gordon Overkill is also going to be sacrificing blood slaves, and that's going to give me, I think, 2 temple checks worldwide. Still building the roads. Chadvig is going to claim the throne. I've given the amulet of air, or of breathing, to Cessrunner, and he's taking it back over here to Vanheim. And as well, he'll be picking up some troops. Let's see, Bolt Thrower is moving down here to Emain, and he's going to do a site search because I really would like to get some air gem income. And yep, my 2 mages over here are still researching. All right, let's see. I've got scouts moving all over the place. So scouting into there. Important thing is I'm setting up for my attacks on Agartha. So I'm keeping these 2 vans hidden in this province, and they are currently set up to go ahead and engage if they're discovered, which the chance of discovery is extremely low. And I'm also setting them to preach because they have nothing better to do in the meantime. And, if they happen to knock down a candle, great. I think they have, 30% minus 20%, so a 10% chance. Whatever. If it happens, it happens, but it gives them something to do. And then they can attack into these provinces next turn, or they can attack this province. One of them can attack this province, another one can go over here. Over here we see we have our scout, who I'm going to move down into the throne province, and I'm shuffling these scouts along over here just to keep an eye on Agartha's movement. This animist is going around doing site searching, I'm almost positive, and I think the animist was recruited from this province over here. I don't know, maybe over here. But anyway, I'm annoyed. He's got this animist. Like, the best I have is this Bloodhenge druid who, you know, I'd rather have a Nature 2 mage than... If I had a Nature 2 mage, I could, like, get some nature gems and forge cauldrons of broth, and that'd be nice. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and recruit this Woodhenge druid. He'll have a Nature 1 and Holy 1. I will use him to site search over here. Let's go ahead and look at the recruitment on this province as well. I'm getting a couple of herdmen and an Ein here. Basically, I'm going to stock up on a bit of cannon fodder, and you know, the axe is 17 damage. That's not bad, but I think I'm going to go ahead, yeah, and go for the herdmen, just to have a little bit more protection on them. A little more protection and defense skill, I believe, right? Yeah. So I'm going to go with them for my cannon fodder at the moment. And then I'm working on an Ein here next. So that's that. We've got our spies hiding out down here and here. And I'm encouraging Ulm to move into this province, Bergamum. But again, we'll see that at the end of the episode. Like, Gandalf over here is moving into Bithin. And boy, I hope he doesn't get discovered. But if he does, I've got them set to retreat, which it'll be annoying because some of them will retreat into this province or this province, and my commander will only retreat into one of these provinces, and then I'll have to do some dinking around to get them consolidated again. So that'll be really annoying if he gets discovered. But if he doesn't, I'm going to be in this province, and then I'm going to move into the throne province. And over here, as you can see, Marcus has not defended this at all, and I will look forward gleefully to raiding this province and taking it off his hands, and then we're gonna have to find our way back out somehow. Yeah, and of course, knowing me, I'll forget, and when I do go ahead and attack, I'll forget to take these guys off retreat, and they'll instantly retreat, and then because they're surrounded by enemy territory, they'll get destroyed. Like, I'm looking forward to that happening. So remind me not to let that happen. Anyway, so sneak attack, I'm moving these guys, this small amount of units back. I mean, it's just a handful of units, but I'm moving them back into Fisibor. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with Man. So what happened to the army over here? Like, why is Asphodel still alive? What's going on? I'm not happy about this. So we are moving our scouts into Man's territory to try to find out just what the heck is going on. Gotta say, I'm annoyed. I haven't sent a message to Man, but yeah, like I said, I'm annoyed at what's going on. Alright, we're recruiting Shark Knights. We are recruiting crossbowmen. I have upped the province defense of Belagor to 10 to try to fight down some unrest, because I don't know what is going on in this province, but it's annoying. So yeah, I just went ahead and did that because I just don't want to deal with it. And then over here again, like moving Fafnir up, fortress construction, and as well I am still recruiting. Oops, look at that. I have to make one change before I submit this to the server. Over here, we are still recruiting crossbowmen. Okay. And over here in Vanheim, we're recruiting another Dwarven Smith. And I'm going ahead again, like I said, stocking up on Valkyries because they're half the price of a Van, but they're still sacred, and they're still going to be good shock troops. So I need a little bit more quantity over quality at the moment, and the flying is going to help too. Yeah, I'm hoping. So Einhir's going in over here at Vanheim. Let's see, up here as well, we are not recruiting any commanders, obviously. Finishing up the Einhir from last turn, getting some more herdmen, and then adding on another Einhir. So that's that. No recruitments over here. No scouts being recruited. I should take a moment. Oh yeah, I'm moving this guy into this province to take a look at things. One thing that's alarming is we do have 130 units over here versus Ulm. Ulm's 190. But what we got is we've got these two combined are a bigger army, obviously. What we've got over here is we've got these magma children, and these guys are going to be a bit of a problem because of the fire shield. So, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get these guys down. However, I will have access to rain, and so if you look at Ululai over here, I've given him some magic gems, and I've also scripted him at the moment to cast rain. And so that's what's going to be happening over there. Yeah. And let's see. What else have we got? I do want to get that Amulet of Air Breathing. Notice that I have yet to get a single one of these Dwarven Smiths with fire magic enabled. So that's annoying. Yeah, I would like to get that going. And then, once that's taken care of, I will probably try to move a few of them over here to Amain using water-breathing items. And I just need to get some magic over here on the other side of the channel. And yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what they got to do. All right. Anything else I need to talk about before we just head on over to look at diplomacy? I think that really is everything. Message sent to Ermor. In the spirit, forgive the pun, of cooperation, we wish to inform you that we will be attacking Ivermark. Please move your forces from this province. It is important to maintain some semblance of war between our two factions on Agartha's front. We will be leaving Ivermark immediately afterwards, and you may reclaim it with a perfunctory army. We also ask that you refrain from taking oak halls or grey mercs until we have made headway into Agartha. We do not wish to fight you. We remind you that these provinces bring us no profit, but are necessary for emergency egress. Help us, and we will look the other way as you deal with Shinuyama. Vanheim. And a message from Ulm to Vanheim. Vanheim, we are alarmed at the strength of Agartha at their capital, and indeed the forces of Bithine also seem to be too strong for us to deal with alone at this time. We won't advance past Nidian range and Tiash for the time being, and try to consolidate our current holdings and grow our forces. Ulm. And that I have sent a lengthy reply to, because that is not what I want Ulm to do. Message to Ulm. The army of Bithin cannot defeat your army. We were witness to the previous battle and know precisely how well it went. Every shard guard was destroyed and you lost 16 units. This will shake Agartha to the core. It would be foolish for Agartha, and good for you, if Agartha tried to enter Bergamum this turn. We encourage you to attack Bergamum, south of Bithin. Best case scenario, Agartha will foolishly face you and most certainly be destroyed. Having the province there will seal off the small army currently in your south, slow down Agartha's counterattack, and give you more advance notice of that counterattack. This is to say nothing of the fear this display of force will inspire in Agartha to have your army at their doorstep. Worst case scenario, Agartha keeps their army in their fortress and you lose no units, the most probable outcome. If the other nations express concern, your response should be simply that you are sending a message and uninterested in retaining control of Bergamum, and that you feel it is good for Agartha to also know the feeling of having an army adjacent to one of its fortresses. However, Bergamum is precisely the extent to which you should move northward at this time. The army at Agartha cannot advance without our knowing. They will not yet reach your borders before we attack. We are glad to see you have cautious impulse. We worried we would have to urge you to restrain yourself. However, you must also know to strike while the iron is hot. Take Bergamum. Then next month, consider whether to leave behind a small army of chaff to pillage the province. Ultimately, you must make your own decision, but Tiash and the Sinks are unimportant. Vanheim can take any of those provinces back for you at any time. If you have some great concern over them at the moment, please tell us candidly. Indeed, it is helpful to show the other nations that your war with Agartha is not one-sided. Agartha was foolish to not retreat their army to Bergamum this month. If they had done so, they would have found more sympathetic ears to cry of abuse from Ulm. The Magma Children will be a problem, but we are developing a magical counter that uses water. The statues and Agarthan infantry you are well equipped to deal with. Use hammers against the statues and flails against the shield-bearing infantry. We ourselves have no such effective option, unfortunately. And that is my understanding and opinion of the game as it is, and I'm sure you guys may agree or disagree in the comments. Anyway, let me continue. Have you begun your castle yet? Please tell us where that is. If not, tell us your current castle fund. We desperately need money at the moment, but would still spare some to help you in the short term, which is true, which is why I'm saving my money for my own castle, and we'll try to make up my deficit to Ulm later. But in my opinion, he's doing great. Like, all of this so far is exactly how I feel. Like, there's nothing to read between the lines here in what I'm sending to Ulm. He can destroy that army in Bithin, in my opinion, and it would be great if he did, because that would mean that the later army is that much weaker. But if Agartha consolidates that army in Bithin with his army in Agartha, which is, I'm almost certain what he's going to do, then that's going to be a bigger problem for us later. And so, yeah, I see there being no drawback to Ulm moving south of Bithin into Bergamum. And that is absolutely what I think he should do. And again, that army in the south, I do think that it was kind of foolish for Agartha to counterattack into Ulm. Of course, he can do some damage. He can pillage as well, and so forth. And I don't know if maybe Ulm has a castle under construction somewhere that he's worried that army will take that province, and then he'll lose that investment, but he needs to tell me that if that's the case. But otherwise, yeah, absolutely, he needs to move north, seal off that army, and everything's going to be good. All right, let me continue. Have you begun your castle yet? Yes, we got to that. Okay, now to the situation on our end. We are still rushing to rebuild after our defeat at Ermor and are almost back to our previous strength, but our forces are split up into raiding parties. We have fed Ermor intelligence about our comings and goings for the next month. It is a test of their trustworthiness. We will not be moving our army as we have told them, except in the most technically true fashion. If either Agartha or Ermor act in a way to ambush our small raid, we'll know they are in league with one another. It is entirely possible Agartha will avoid attacking you and instead attack Vanheim, allying with Asphodel and or Ermor. Therefore, we take your nation's well-being with the utmost import. We will attack Agartha no later than turn 26, though we may do so earlier in order to stop their fortress constructions in the north. And I am certain that he's constructing fortresses there. Do you know anything by chance of Avalon? We are distressed to see they have not moved farther into Asphodel. Do you know where their army is? We may need to have a serious word with our other ally. Take heart. The war goes better than our wildest expectations. In the coming year, Vanheim shall crush Agartha's infrastructure as Ulm crushes their army. Our only remaining obstacle is interference from the other nations. Vanheim. And yes, I believe that's true. We've got to kind of keep this war. That's why I was saying, if Agartha pulled back and went defensive, I think he would be in a better situation to convince the other players to intervene on his behalf and get us to stop attacking him. But since he's, fighting back, that just makes it more justifiable for Ulm to keep pounding on him. And then I've already made it clear that, I'm out for Agartha's ultimate destruction. So, yeah, there we go. There we have it. And again, that attack up north with my scout is the technically true raiding that I'm doing. And yeah, that's everything I have to say there. I do take Ulm's well-being to be very important. And yeah, I can't do this without him. I told him out of character that I think what we have is a bit of a rock, scissors, shotgun situation where Marcus is the rock, I'm the scissors, and Ulm is the shotgun. I think he is well equipped to deal with most of Agartha's military, whereas I am less so. And as far as the Magma Children go, I'm going to be working on dealing with that obstacle. But the rest of his army, I think, he's the right nation for the job at the moment. So yeah, we'll see how things turn out. Alright, that's going to do it, except for one final note, which is that obviously next turn is turn 25, so I will not be attacking Agartha on turn 25, but I will definitely be attacking him on turn 26. So, yeah, we're committed. And anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Till then, bye-bye. Alright, a slight coda to the episode. So I was looking at things again, and I decided it is waste to have both Gunlag and Lighthawk stay in this province. So I'm going to go ahead and have Gunlag advance into the Golem range, and he is carrying with him 12 van units, and they are all completely fresh, whereas Lighthawk has some wounded and one diseased unit that's about to croak. Like, let's see, this guy here has 1 hit point left, so I don't know that he's going to be with us much longer. And then, like I said, I'm going to assume that Tylos is going to sneak into this province without incident, and then we're going to have more options available for dealing with Agartha. And again, Zarya's evil twin's going to attack here, got rid of the rat tail. Regarding Ulm, well, he split up his army here compared to what it was earlier, and so he's reluctant to go and take Bergamum for fear that this army is going to enter in here. And his scouting report says there's 90 units, and I told him there's 60, and I know that there's not 60 shard guards. I still wish Ulm would go ahead and advance into this territory, just because I'm almost positive that Agartha will not, and even if Agartha did, I think Ulm would win that battle. But I do understand his concern that he would probably lose more units than I originally expected. I still think he would crush this army, though. I really wish he'd reconsider and go in here. He's asked me to go after the Sinks, which means I think he's going to move this army into Tiosh, which is not a bad move, so that's okay. I'm not going to do that, though. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to break my treaty early. The risk, of course, is that Marcus is actually the one that's going to just declare war on turn 26. He has every right to, you know, if he wants to. So he could come in and attack me. So I do need to leave some options open for defending myself from him. But that's basically it. I think I'm just going to send one quick message to Man, which I will show you on screen. Avalon. Oh, it's doing the thing where it won't capitalize letters. Yeah, sometimes Dominions does that. Anyway, Avalon. Where are your armies? Yep, see it. Never mind. I'm not going to send a message to him because the game is not receiving my shift key inputs. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's a bit of a bug. But like your hotkeys won't work either. Like I can't push Shift R and do research or anything like that now. I don't know why the game randomly does that. It's very annoying. But anyway, yeah, I don't know where Man is, and it's kind of like, why hasn't he done this yet is what I want to know. Like, here's Asphodel. Where is he? We'll find out. But anyway, that's the only important thing I needed to add to the end of the episode. So, again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.